Hey everyone, it's Ellen. Thanks so much for joining me here again today in honor of Mental Health Month and in honor of probably the hundreds of hours you've spent in your head over these past couple of months, worried and fearful about the uncertainty of the virus or any of the implications of what we've been going through. I understand, and I just am excited to share with you a really simple strategy that will help bring you some ease. It has brought me so much ease over the years. That I just would love for you to have it in your toolbox as well. And this one comes from my grandmother. So my sweet soul grandmother, over 20 years ago, she was with us here in Connecticut and she was receiving treatment for cancer. And fortunately, I was able to take her to the hospital every day and I had these great conversations with her. And one in particular stood out to me. In this conversation, I was asking her if she was ever just really worried. She seemed so peaceful and calm and relaxed about the whole thing. Like, doesn't this upset you? Aren't you so worried about what's going to happen? And she said, of course I am. Of course. I think about it every day. But what I do is I set a timer. And I thought about that and it so surprised me. I just asked her to explain. I'm like, what do you mean you set a timer? That's so interesting. And she said, well, I could be in a pity party all day long, or I could be worried about things that I can't change or control, and that doesn't do me any bit of good. And so I set a mental timer for myself every day. Some days it's 5 minutes, some days I'll give myself 10 minutes, but when that timer goes off, I'm done. And then I just carry on with my day, as you know. And I was so stunned that it was so simple, and because I got to spend so much time with her during this period, I could see that it really was working. She really was very peaceful and calm about it, and she had great conversations with all of us, and she was able to spend time doing the things that she wanted to do, and it has just stuck with me. And so I look at this time that we're in right now, and I've borrowed this several times and just put a lovely container around my worry, because thinking things through is important. We need to think in order to live, and it helps us create our dreams and it helps us create the life that we want to live. But too much of it can send us in a direction that doesn't feel good. It's almost like if you had a glass of water, say, and you are just pouring more water in when the glass was already full, you'd have all this stuff, you'd have all this water spilling out onto the floor, which could be messy and dangerous and could cause you to suffer if you slipped on it, or if it made a big mess and someone else slipped on it. When we think too much without having a container, our body reacts. It produces chemicals and hormones that cause us to feel really, really uncomfortable in our body. It can prevent us from sleeping. It can cause headaches. It can cause all of these crazy food cravings. It can cause us to feel really unproductive and just sad. And so it's not that any of one of those things is wrong. I don't want you to feel that what you're feeling is wrong and you can't feel those things. By all means, please do. That's important. But if you are trying to shift the sadness or the difficulty or the anxiety or the fear or the worry into a sense of peace or ease, I invite you to try this. And really, it's as simple as creating a beautiful container for yourself of a gap of time in your day where you allow yourself to think about the things that you are stuck on, and then put them aside. Allow that time to expire and give yourself a chance to feel a sense of peace and ease. So I know it isn't always easy, but if you make a commitment to practice it every day, maybe take out your phone, maybe set your timer for 5, 10, or 15 minutes so that you are spending a limited amount of time in that space. You might just feel that that's just all you need in order to feel like you've attended to things and now you can move on. So thank you, Grandma. I appreciate the lesson then, and I've appreciated it every time I've needed it since, and I hope it will be very helpful for you. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them if you want to put them in the comments. And I've been doing short videos, but if it's something that you want to learn more about and you'd like a longer video, I'm happy to do those too. Again, hope you have a great day, and thanks again for joining me. Be well.